garbage, we had to burn the bag. Stuff the bags, gotta move it fast. The year 1998 when I hit the ass.
Yes, 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 y'all. It is your boy Joe Calico, man. I am back with another one. I am back with another one. And as always, I always try to find intriguing guests who's really doing their thing in their field, in their respective fields, man. And today is definitely no different, man. I got a dope actor, director. I mean, he is active, man. Like if it was another word for active, like I think it would be him. His name is Louis Marino, right? Marino, I'm pronouncing the last name right?
Yes,
Marino,
yes.
Louis Marino, man. You are active. Like we was talking behind the scenes, and I'm like, shit, this guy's working, you know. So, yo, I'm happy to have you on. You know, it's a pleasure to have you here, and you know, we doing it
Thank
late.
you.
We were supposed to do this earlier, you know.
Yeah,
We
that's all
doing
right.
yeah, so I definitely respect your time and thank you for pulling up to the Calico's Cooling Conversation, man. So I
Thank
got
you.
yo, we gonna start it off, man. I know your biggest role ever was it the Godfather one?
Yes, Godfather Part Two.
And
I was
how old were you?
I was actually going on 5 years old.
Five.
About actually about almost 5 years old. When they my father and my mother, they put me into the Godfather Part Two, and when they filmed it, I was actually 5 years old at that time. Uh, we had a fire in 534 East 11th Street before that happened, and we had nowhere to stay, so we stood in my father's cousin's house up in Sicily for a few months up there. And while we were up there, that's when they put me in the movie Godfather. And the scene that I was in was actually St. Nicholas Church. I believe that's the name of the church. And Robert De Niro played my father.
All
So I
right.
had a small little part in the film, you know. But there was only two Michael Corleones, me, and you had uh, 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 what's this guy's name?
Who's that?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
He
Okay.
he also played Michael Corleone, but he played him older.
Oh yes. So you doing that movie at 5, like
Yes.
you always wanted to. How do you end up in a movie at 5? Is it like was it your decision? You wanted to be an actor, or
It
your
was
parents?
no.
How that
I was shocked. No,
happened?
but it was my mother and my father. They're the ones that put me into the movie and stuff. And later on, when they started filming here in New York on Grand Street, my aunt Vicky was in it as well. You
Okay.
know, she played a part in there selling fruit on the stands. But we were almost all the whole family was in the film. Uh, and then from there, we went into this movie called Ragtime with James Cagney. And I had a little scene stealing bread. And I'm also standing in front of a horse falling over, you know, after the horse broke his leg. And we're all standing around the horse, you know. And that was
Okay.
one of the scenes I'm in.
Okay. So that's dope, cause so I know you right now. You doing acting. You're a director also. So take it back to you doing that movie at 5. Was it your passion at that age?
Not really.
Not really. Not really. So
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
okay. And then you say the whole family was in it. So
Yeah.
that was like a hookup. Somebody just knew
Oh, yeah.
somebody. Somebody
Uh,
somebody had to
yeah.
know somebody.
Yeah. Well, my father, you know, he knew a lot of people, so
Okay. Okay. So you landed there at 5, then you did the
yes.
ragtime. So when do you think like you Lewis like gained the interest to do like acting? Like when did you gain that interest?
Uh after I was in ragtime, I kind of liked the idea. I was a little bit older, you know. I kind of really liked the idea that I was in the scene, and on the corner of Avenue Way, I actually got into the stable car with horses, and this old man was sitting in there. And he says, "Come in, son, come in." I was shocked. So I said, "Okay." So actually, I was inside the stable car coming down 11th Street when they were filming the scene. And I was sitting next to James Cagney.
Okay.
So I was, all up in that movie, running around, stealing bread. The cop is chasing me. I run into a building. I come out of the building. I'm then standing over a horse scene. And that was filmed on 11th Street between Avenue C, right in front of my father's old building, 534, East 11th Street, Manhattan.
Okay. In Manhattan. All right.
Yes.
And so that's where your passion came from. So did you take any ever did you ever take like acting classes?
No.
No. So this is just all natural,
Yeah.
all okay. So all right. So that's dope.
I'm a straight up person. I'm just myself. I don't try to be someone that I'm not. And when it comes to acting, being the best at acting is just being yourself,
Yes. Yes.
because that's natural. That's
Definitely.
what people look for, not someone that's going to stand there and try to read their mind from a book that they have to remember all those lines that you have to read in a film.
Yes.
And then when they talk, is like if they're reading a book, So sometimes it makes some actors look bad in a movie, but if you're just yourself and you're being normal, you are the best actor you could ever be.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely. So nah, that is super dope. So you, as far as I know, you're a director also. So
Yes.
your first film you directed, you remember that? Your first, not even film, just any project. Like,
Oh, my first project is the Dysfunctional Mob.
of this, that's
It's
what you're
called
working
this.
on now. Is your
Well,
prep?
I'm almost actually finished with doing all the editing work.
Okay, all right. So it's not out yet.
No, not yet. It will be coming out 2022.
All right. So how was that experience? Because I know that got to be a different experience coming from an actor where
Oh,
you just
yes, it is.
acting and now you running the ship. You
Well, I'm
gotta.
also starring in the movie too as
Okay.
Louis Shades. So I
Okay.
play the Don. I
Okay.
play the Godfather. So, everybody in my movie wants to be the Godfather. The whole family wants to be the Godfather. Then I got Aunt Gloria. She wants to be the godmother of all the Godfathers. It's just a dysfunctional mob family. Great movie, make you laugh. A lot of sex scenes and a lot of heated scenes in that movie. A lot of shooting. They shoot their own cousin. A lot of killing in the movie. So it's a good movie. It's about 2 hours and 38 minutes.
All right. So it's not out. You editing it. You editing it
Yes.
now. What's the plan for that one? Is it coming out? Is it gonna be a YouTube release? We try to do the festivals.
Uh,
We try to do
Actually,
the
no. I
exclusive.
want to actually get a good deal with a good promoter,
One of those
production,
one of those
probably a good
websites.
production company. Yeah, no, not a website. Actually, I want to have it actually in theaters. Probably I want to have it on Netflix and
Yeah.
probably if not Amazon, but I will have it also on demand.
Okay.
But I want to definitely get it out there because
Yeah.
if I just put it on an independent film festival, I'm gonna tell you something. As a director, I won't make a penny.
You won't.
I
Yes.
have a movie under my name, but the film festival they make the money.
Yes.
So that's and then they only show you a movie one time,
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
and then after that they don't show you a movie no more. It's up to you.
It's up. You gotta hustle it.
Right.
You gotta hustle it. And I get
Yes.
it, cause I'm a content creator, and I had this discussion with my one of my partners the other day, and he was like, "Yo, we should like shoot a short film." And then I looked at, the short film idea is cool. The 20-minute film and the 10-minute film.
Yeah.
But I'm
Should
like,
film something in in a rap video with
Yeah.
like a mob scene.
Yeah.
I just finished doing a mob scene for a friend of mine, Derek Deuce D Dixon. It's live on YouTube. It's called What I Want. It's a mafia scene, and I play the Godfather, Don Dragonetti, in that.
Okay.
And it's all about a book business that goes wrong,
Okay.
and I'm the Godfather of that video. So I also posted it on my wall on Facebook. So this way, if when you send me that friend request, definitely you can watch it.
Yes, yeah. Definitely. So going back to what I was saying with the short film, do you think is as a content creator, do you think it's a good idea to shoot a short film and to enter the film festival? Like you said, it gets your name on it, but you can't really do nothing with the short film because
Right,
I know somebody who shot a short film. It's very good. It's very good. But then when he
right.
tried to send it to Netflix, Netflix don't want it because it's too short. It was only 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Netflix wants
unless he
60 minutes.
has like
They want
a
series.
series,
Yeah, it wasn't
right?
a series. They specifically told them series or a 60-minute feature. Cause they're not
No, let
in
him
they
go for a series,
yeah. So
because that's money coming into him. You
yeah.
know, a lot of he gets royalties with that.
Royalty. So that's why I try to tell my guy because he came with the idea of shooting a short film, and I said that's what I told him. If we gonna do anything together, I'm gonna tell you I have no interest in the short film. We gonna
Right,
put a whole movie together, or we gonna do certain series that someplace like a Netflix or I don't want to drop their names no more, but someplace like them will want to pick it
right.
up. you
Of
know,
course, of
we want to
course.
pick it up. I'm not, and then he told me, we could do the film festival because that will give us that will build our name up. But like,
Right.
but I'm thinking I'm a hustler, so I'm thinking about the dollars. It'll build our name up, but where do the money come from? that's what that's where my that's where my mind is at.
Right, right,
So
right.
so you said that I understand that. So let's take it. So you got the dysfunctional mob. So I'm guessing is a comedy.
Yes.
It's a comedy and the
Yeah.
dysfunctional.
There's a little cursing in there and stuff, so it hasn't been rated yet. I guess it would probably be rated R. Well, because I mean, you don't really see them people naked, but there is some sex scenes involved, and I mean, really, they yeah. I have some videos, and I have a small trailer on my page as well. I have also a like page on Facebook called the Dysfunctional Mob. So you can look it up on Facebook and you can like the page and check it out. You'll see some videos.
Okay, so that's dope. You
I
got
have
your
a lot of famous actors in this movie. I tell you.
oh, you got
Um,
famous actors in this
yeah,
movie right here.
yes, other
Oh,
famous actors
I,
besides myself.
I
But
I'm
let
gonna
me
have
explain who.
you about to name drop. I'm gonna need you to name drop.
I got to tell you right now. Okay, Uncle Vito. His name is Apache Ramos.
Okay,
He is the second commander of the orphans in the movie The Warriors.
okay.
So I brought him out of the light, out of the dark, and back into the light. So that's uh, he's getting up there now again, and especially in my film, he's all up in the movie. He's starring in the movie as well. I have another famous actor. His name is Sal Benino, sir. He's been in a lot of movies himself. I have a famous actor director by the name of Joel M. Reed. Actually, he just passed away last year. He plays Uncle Joe, and he's really funny. He's a great actor. Got also Guy Stevens, my brother. Uh, he is he's up in the Bronx, and he plays a cop in my movie. You know,
Okay.
and he's a really great actor. He's up in my film also. He's second commander of the Riffs in the movie The Warriors. So I know almost all the Warriors, but I got these two great actors in there besides Joel and Reed and myself. And
Okay.
everyone else, they're just starting to shine.
All right, so that's dope. That's dope, man. You seem like you well connected, man. You pulling people out.
Oh yes,
You
I'm
pulling.
also, I'm a special celebrity guest all the time at the Big Apple Comic Con convention,
Okay.
and I'll be there also of June of 2022 as well. You know,
All right.
it's nice, because you get to meet other famous movie stars besides, yourself being in movies and stuff. And I always wanted to be in a lot of films, and I got my foot in the doorway because you got to push it. If you don't push yourself to be in a film and you don't get in that movie and you don't have it under your name, that's how I
Yeah.
look at it. But if you see someone outside, they're filming, make it a habit. Walk up to a director, something, and say, "Excuse me, hey, I'm an actor. Can you use me as an extra? I would love
Yeah.
to be in this film." You don't know what the hell it's about, but it's, hey, you'll get your foot in the doorway. You
Yeah.
know, you got to know people. And this is also another great way of getting your foot in the doorway. You have your own talk show. And then once you're in films, hey, you'll be up there.
Yeah.
People will know you more.
Yeah.
You get out.
I think that's one of my favorite things about doing this podcast. I think
Yes,
because I speak to a lot of people, and it gives me a reason to speak to a lot of people, right? It gives me a reason to speak to you, to
sure.
other directors, actors, musicians, and then it's like, oh, you got a project? I'm in. Yeah,
That's
yeah, I'm
right.
in. So it kind of helps open them doors, for the conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah, so and then like I bring a lot of people on my podcast and I get free game. These people
Right.
would have charged somebody else to teach them this. But
Right, right,
I
right.
got some free game on
A
the
free.
podcast. You know what I mean? I got some free game, free 99. So yeah.
You don't got to pay for it.
Yeah, I had to pay for it. I
Oh,
had to ask
shit.
the questions and they want to talk and they gonna give me the game.
Oh, that's nice.
This for all my entrepreneurs and my content creators that's watching right now,
Yeah.
man. The podcast is definitely a very it's a it's a great opportunity in doing these podcasts.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because it's just
Definitely.
like the networking, the connections, and everything.
Right.
And you said especially when you said the with the whole acting thing is like I know it's like a percentage of talent, but
Yes,
it's also a percentage of who you know, who you network with, being in the right place, right? Because
exactly.
I know a lot of talented musicians that's in my neighborhood that's probably never gonna get past the neighborhood, because no, but they talented.
That's because they don't want to.
They don't want
Because
to.
if you really want to get your foot in the doorway, I want to tell you something. My friend Sal calls me up one day and says, "Lou, you got to get over here. They're filming movie." I said, "What? They're filming Gotti." I said, "When?" "Right now. John Gotti is on the corner with the mob, bro. He's talking with the mob." I said, "Wait a minute. Let me go." I get out of my house. I live downtown Manhattan. And I said, "Come on, baby. You want to go?" She goes, "No, I'm not going." I drove all the way up there to 86th Street and 20th Avenue. And I got out of the car, parked, and I see my friend Sal. And Sal goes, "There goes John Gotti." I said, "Go introduce yourself." He goes, "No." I says, "Come on, I'll show you. I'll introduce you." He goes, Lou, he's talking to people." I said, "Fuck that shit. He's going to talk to me right now." So
Yeah.
I walked up to him. I says, "Hello, John. Excuse me, everyone." I said, "John, can you do me a favor? Can you sign his director's clipboard for him. He wants your autographs. This is my friend Sal. He's in my movie, Dysfunctional Mind. I said, can I take a picture with you? He goes, yeah, sure. And I says, you know who I am? I said, I know who you are. And I know who your father was. I said, you know who I am? I'm young Michael Corleone from Godfather Part 2. He goes, oh, wow. He smiles. We took pictures together. He goes, you want to be in my movie? I said, oh, I would love to be in your movie. He goes, let me give you the director right now. Come with me. He goes to the director. He goes, you see these two guys? Put them in the movie right now. Any scenes they want to be in. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool. I loved it. And, became friends with John,
And in your story, I see your story is a story of I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Like you got that
That's
phone
right.
call, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go
That's
get it.
right. Because I'm not going to stay home. Because if I'm going to stay home, I'm not getting anywhere.
See?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, if you're broken, you don't have no money, you're a man. You got to do something to make that money. If you don't do nothing, you don't go out there and make a few bucks, you're not a man at all. You're
Yeah.
just a wimp. You're staying home and being pussy about it. And you have no money in your pockets when you other people outside making a buck or two. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
that's how I look at things. So when I see someone filming a movie, I make it happen to go up to them. You need another actor? I tell them who I am. I tell them what I do. And, I introduce myself to the directors and I give them my phone number. If they need me, they call me. I'm only a few blocks away or something.
Yeah, I'm right here.
But that's how I do it. Or
So,
sometimes I'll just stand there and I'll wait and I'll get myself into the movie. And they can't, it's too late. I'm already in the movie. So after I'm in the movie, they make me sign the release form so they can keep me in the movie.
I'm already in. Now you gotta make sure I sign this paperwork.
Yes,
I might
sure.
sue your ass.
So that's how I got into film Gotti, with John Travolta. So, I'm in a big film there, you know. And I got myself after that, I got myself in Gravesend.
Yeah,
So it was another film that I'm in. It's great, you know.
that is crazy. That is dope.
And then when I put my Apache Ramos in my film, The Dysfunctional Mob, he came and put me in this film called Orchard Beach that's still sitting on a shelf because they didn't put it in an independent film festival. Actually, the director had his movie played over at the Alamo up in Yonkers. I ended up spending like $120 there on food and the movies. I tell you, but that was a fast flyby movie they filmed. I don't think it's going to get anywhere, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And when I invited a lot of my cast members over to my house, more than half of them came. A lot of them couldn't come. They loved the movie. They couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe how they act in the film, and they were all great. I mean, it's just a great film to watch. And I
Yeah.
think kids would love it. But there is a little, couple of sex scenes involved in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
That always makes a good movie.
Yes.
That always makes a good movie.
Yep. A little two killings in a film.
And you
One guy
saying
gets beat up by girls.
you
Yeah.
saying this movie might not come out.
Well, Orchard Beach, I think, is still sitting on the shelf because I try to look for it on Netflix and YouTube and try to look it up on Google for the movie Orchard Beach. And the only thing that pops up on Orchard Beach is Orchard Beach and companies. But it's like, what the hell? I got to see the movie. It's not that great of the film. But Apache, he posts up about it and stuff. But I have he plays my Uncle Vito and Sal plays my Uncle Bang Bang. Sometimes I call him cuz or sometimes I call him uncle. So it's a dysfunctional family.
All right, so I know you did the Godfather joint, and now you're doing the dysfunctional mob. So is this like the genre that you like the
Well,
mob stuff?
I wanted to film something a little bit different, a different side of the mob, because
Okay,
I've seen every single movie.
All right.
and they really make the mob look really bad. But
Okay.
let's give it a little twist involved and make them look a little dysfunctional
Okay.
and a little bit more comically funny, just a little different side of them. So actually, it's a great movie. It's all about Club 78. It's a business. It's a number house. They're running a horse race company number over the phone. They're running numbers. So it's a number house.
Oh,
And I used my place as the number house in the movie.
all right.
So, it costs me here. You can see my place here.
Yeah, yeah.
Cost me
Okay.
quite a lot to hook it up there. Painted my ceiling blue and everything.
All
So
right.
I had to make it look like a club. See, I'll show you some curtains there. Living room, dining room area.
Okay. So,
So this way, this is the place that we used in the film. A
so,
little palm tree here, make the place look nice.
and I know
But
you,
in the movie, that's how it looks.
and I know you mentioned to me that you was editing. So, are you
Yes.
shooting it yourself also, or you got it like somebody
Well,
shoot it
I
for you?
directed. I did a lot of the camera work. I was the camera guy mostly all this, the whole movie, except for my wife is also one of the camera girls. She did a lot of shooting with the camera.
All right.
I had a microphone holder also as well. Also, my friend Roger Jones, he plays Big Al. Oh,
Big
he
Al.
steals money from. Yeah, he plays. He steals money from the mob all the time. He's always robbing the number house.
You can never trust a
Uh,
Big Al, man. You can never.
yeah,
You can
he
never
plays.
trust.
He plays different characters. This guy. He plays a clown. He plays Santa Claus. I have Santa Claus involved that robs the family's house on Christmas Day, bro. And you
Okay.
gotta have those scenes. I got a scene with my uncle Bang Bang. I jump in a rowboat, blown up rowboat inside of a pool. And I said, come on, Bang Bang. Come on. Let's go boat riding. Come on. I've paid a lot for this boat. He goes, are you crazy? You want me to go in that boat? I ain't going in that boat with you, Shades. You got me nuts. Come on, Bang Bang. Everybody's around me.
Newcomers, buzzword, and diaper
Are you
pads. I was on the block,
no,
triple
Bang
beam,
Bang.
clean
And
bag.
then again,
Fuck you, could always ball.
by Uncle Vito.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great scene. The movie is really funny. It will keep you in your seat laughing.
Okay. Definitely. And then, so you, I know you directed the film, right?
Yes,
Did you write it also? You wrote the script,
yes,
so
yes,
you're a writer.
yes. I
Do,
wrote the script in my mind, and I gave everybody prop lines to say.
all right, all right. Pipelines. All right.
Yes.
Here's a question: do you consider yourself an entrepreneur? Because I consider like filmmaking and content creating entrepreneurs. Do you consider yourself an entrepreneur,
Uh,
a businessman?
Not really. I just
Not
love doing it for fun. I
okay.
love acting and directing just for fun. I don't do it for like business wise. But if it becomes if my film becomes popular and people love it and I become rich or something, then maybe I'll become a businessman.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't want to mix a businessman being with just an actor director because for me this is like my hobby. This is what I like to do.
Yes.
I do it like as for a hobby.
But you,
I love acting for free. I do it for free. It's just what I like to do because I like to do it for publicity. I get to be in many films. I worked on the set of Chucky with the director. I'm not in the movie, but I gave some advice, some scenes in my mind. It was great.
okay.
Met a lot of people along the way. Met Burt Young, 24th Street and Lexington Avenue back in 1996. That guy is a very nice guy. He plays Paulie, Rocky's
Party.
brother. I tell you, I was coming out of French Community Cleaners on 28th Street and Lexington Avenue. It was about 3 o'clock coming out of work and coming down the block, and I see Bert Young. He's standing there. And I ran up to him and I got to meet him. We talked for a while. He's waiting for a taxi cab. I said, "Wait, you got paper and pencil? I want your autograph." He goes, "No." I said, "Give me a minute. I'm going to run all the way back over there, get a paper and pencil, and come back." That guy stood waiting there with a taxi cab, like 5, 10 minutes waiting for me to come back, and he gave me his autograph.
Okay.
And I keep in touch with him once in a while. But he's a nice guy.
All right. So. All right. So, but being the director, right? You are a producer. You are the producer also of the film.
Well, no, I'm not the producer of the film.
So you
But I'm planning to get a good producer for the film.
okay.
I have a couple of people in mind that might produce the film for me. But I've been trying to talk with Francis Ford Coppola about producing the film for me.
All right. All right. And then so are you like do you look to like other directors for like inspiration? Like who's your favorite director? Like is it
Oh,
Quentin? A lot of people say Quentin. A lot.
I like him. Yeah. He's one of the ones I like. He's a great director. There's a couple that passed away. A couple of horror act directors that passed away. They were really great. Uh, man, passed away and I forgot their names. But there's a few of them out there that I really liked and everything.
Okay.
They're great directors. But a lot of them, I'll be honest with you, a lot of directors, a lot of their movies, they stink. They
Yeah.
suck. They got bad actors in there.
Yeah.
And that's what makes their movie look terrible. And also, some of the editors that they get, they don't know what kind of movie you want. They're not looking at the vision that you see the movie that's the
Yeah.
vision in your mind.
I can see
So,
that.
my advice to every director out there, do your own editing work because you're the only one that's going to know how to have your film. If you want a great movie, do your own work. Because in the movie Gotti, they had a hard time. They had different directors, and a lot of different editors. I think it was like 4 different editors. And they didn't do the movie the way John Gotti Jr. wanted the film to come out. So he was a little unhappy, and then they didn't want to give him a good deal. But then he waited, and he got a better deal. You know.
Yeah.
So I think he got like about maybe a little bit more than 100 million on the deal.
Patience is always a virtue.
That's right.
Patience is
I mean, the guy spent about 50 G's on it. You know.
man, that is dope. That is dope. So I
That's
mean,
right.
you you don't got no horror stories as far as like the
Well, Friday the 13th. Uh, I put up a like page in the beginning because I watched this new film, Vengeance, Friday the 13th on YouTube. And then one night I'm on YouTube and I'm looking for a horror film and I see this Redwood Massacre 2014, this movie.
Okay.
I said, "Oh," I said to my wife, "Baby, I got something in mind. This guy looks like he could beat Jason. Oh, it's never been done. I know I could do it." And I've been having visions in my mind about this. And I have built the movie in my mind. And once I direct this movie, my vision's going to come right out like normal. And I know I got the right actors for this film because, like I tell all my actors, just be yourself, be normal, be natural. I don't want you to be like you're reading something off of a book because then it shows that your eyes are not focusing right and never look into a camera because that's what makes an actor look bad when they look into a camera. So The eyes never goes on the camera.
Yes.
Never look at the camera. So, that's being a great actor as well as being yourself. Don't try to pretend to be an actor or acting a person's role out, even though you have to be like maybe a drunk or a homeless man in the street, or your racer, driver, and a lot of people, a lot of actors I see, it's like they're reading the lines.
Yeah.
They're not saying it out natural. So if you speak the lines natural, like you're being yourself, that's what makes you a great actor. People love that. They get to love you. Look at like Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, and all those films. He's a great actor. You know, that's
Yes.
what, and he's being himself because that's how he really is. The way he acts on TV, that's his natural self. You know.
Yes. I get it. I get it. You gotta be authentic, right? That's what it
Yes.
is. Authentic.
Yes. Exactly.
Can't be just looking to chase a check. That's what
That's right.
you know.
Hey, 2002, I was sitting on my sofa just watching TV, minding my business, and I get a phone call from a producer asking me if I would like to be in the movie 2 weeks notice. And
Okay.
I said, who you calling? He goes, I'm looking for Louis Marino. I said, oh, wow, great. He says, we have your name on our calling list. I said, oh, where do I have to go? He goes, you got to go underneath the Brooklyn Bridge to the warehouse over there. When I got there, I dressed in a tuxedo. I said, tuxedo? I had to take my suit. I went outside to the cleaners. I bought one of those black strips. I sewed it onto my pants. I changed the buttons on my suit jacket. I made my jacket look like a tuxedo. I bought the shirt with the bow. I was outstanding. When I got there were like 200 guys in tuxedos. Well, we were all in the restaurant. We were waiters. You know, and I get to see the back of myself and my ass walking away from the table. And I says, that's the scene that I'm in. Oh my God. That's a quick one, But then
Yeah.
you see me behind a fence that's like 2 blocks down the street, across from a basketball park in one scene. But that's the only 2 scenes I'm in that film. But it was great. Just be
So
yourself.
those scenes, like when you do extra scenes, they pay. They pay. Is it?
Well,
Is it
I
a
got paid and for being a driver in the movie The Deuce.
the deuce? Okay.
Yeah, I was there. I worked. I was a driver there for 12 hours. Oh my God! It start. I had to go to the dressing room. It was about
Oh.
4:30. Then I had to be on 12th Street and Avenue C, Second Avenue and 12th Street here in Manhattan. They were filming right in front of the movie theater, right there on the block, and they took up the whole street, about 2, 3, 4 blocks of Second Avenue, filming the movie The Deuce, and they put me as a driver in the second car in that film. So
Okay.
that's all I'm in there, just as a driver.
Just as a driver. But you said to shoot your scene that day it was 12 hours.
Yeah.
12 hours. It was a long day.
I was eating a lot of food too that day.
How I know they got the good, they got the good catering on set. They got
Yeah. Hey, let
yeah.
me tell you something. When it comes to dinner time, they're no joke. Oh man, like on for the movie Gotti, John Gotti Jr. and his brother, they rented this place out, like a big restaurant. I mean, it was like maybe like a town hall here uptown around 47, 48th Street, the west side. And
Yeah.
they had a lot of food over there. I mean, a lot of food. And you feed yourself, you take what you want, but there was a
A
lot of
lot.
food to pick from.
It's like a
And man, it
buffet.
was like all you could eat. Yeah, it was beautiful. I didn't have to pay a dime. Well, because I worked in the movie for free. I mean, look, if it wasn't for John Gotti Jr. for putting me in his father's movie, I thank him because I got to meet John Travolta. I got to sit inside a restaurant with him for about 5 minutes before we started shooting. I
Yeah.
took a picture with him. It was really nice, you know. And then I met him again with his wife Kelly when they were here on 86th Street in Brooklyn. They came down to Brooklyn right there in front of Lenny's Pizza. I mean, there was like over 50,000 people out there. That it was about 2 years ago,
Okay.
2019, 2000 was it 2018, baby? I think it was 2018. He was over here.
All right. So that's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah, it's it's nice.
So as a writer, right? When you writing, like you working on your movie right now, Dysfunctional Mob,
Yes,
and then you gonna have other projects that you work on in the future.
yes. I got two other projects actually coming up, which is Friday the 13th, Jason versus
Yeah,
Burlap,
brother.
and I have I'm going to be filming Fort Apache the Bronx Part Two,
So
Angels of Death. Now
so
the first movie, Fort Apache the Bronx, was with Paul Newman and Danny Aiello, which is on YouTube. If you've never seen Fort Apache the Bronx, I advise you to check out the movie,
yeah,
watch it.
I
It's
never
a
seen it.
beautiful film. Yeah, it's great. You would love it. It's about the drug epidemic, and about 40 years later, Detective Murphy's son becomes a cop, and I'm in that movie also starring in there also as Detective Salvatore.
Okay, dope. So like as far as when you writing these when these ideas is coming to you, right? Like what's
Yes.
your creative process? Like what are you doing to get like in that mood, you know? 'Cause I know you not just you just
You
jumping in and
just you
writing it.
got No, I don't. You got to get it. You got to really get into the mood that you want to do it.
Yeah, so
You got to have the feelings for it. I can't just get up one morning and say, "All right, baby, I'm gonna go film." You know, it's not like that. If I'm not feeling up to it, I'm not gonna film on that day. But when I'm ready, I give everybody at least a 3 month notice. I
yeah.
look at a calendar. I'll set the date, and if I know I'm ready, then that's the date we're gonna film.
All right,
So,
so
like Burlap, we're going to be filming that April 1st to April 3rd. Now, I have a rain date because I don't want to put my cast members into any kind of danger or hurt themselves
yeah,
running on wet grass or mud. So, if it's raining, I'm not going to be camping in the rain. So,
yeah.
we have a rain date that's for June 1st to June 3rd on the weekend. So, that
Okay.
would be great, for them. I try to get the beginning on the first weekend. So I'm leaving a Friday morning and coming back Sunday evening.
All right. So that script, the Jason vs. Bird, like you wrote it already.
Yes.
So before you wrote it, right? What did you like? Did we watch a whole bunch of Jason movies or to get
Oh,
acquainted?
I watched
Are we
every
doing
single one of
yoga?
them.
Are we doing yoga? What we doing before we write this stuff?
No yoga.
No yoga.
No.
So you watch the
I
movies
do.
though.
Sometimes I'll do a little meditation.
Okay,
That
okay.
helps me relax my mind. And then, like, maybe like if I fall asleep for a little while, I'll start dreaming about my movie. And
Okay,
I'm like, I see these scenes in my movie that I haven't even visualized, and I visualized them. And I
okay.
said to like one of my friends, Thomas Deber, he's also starring in my movie also as Tony.
All right.
He's a big guy also, but he's got to try to save a few of his friends from being killed by Jason. Now, I have to teach him a couple of karate moves because I don't know if the guy knows how to fight or not. And I got to also show Raheem also, because these guys, they're going to have to defend themselves somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason and Burlap is no joke.
Yes,
I
yeah.
mean, they're both victorious in this film, and it's going to be one great film. I tell you that.
Nah, it
A lot of
sounds good.
action.
It
And
sounds.
I plan to come out right away with the action. I'm not waiting 20, 30 minutes with all the freaking talking. Forget that. That's not what makes the movie.
We go straight to the
People want to
point.
see action. Get to the
We
point.
go straight to the
That's right.
point. We straight to the
That's right.
point. I respect that.
When you want a great movie, you get to the point. You know.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. I told you, man. When you shooting and you need that tall guy to die, the tall guy to get done dirty.
Or
I'm here.
he might be the last one to survive. Who knows? Oh,
You
yo,
never know.
if he's tall and skinny, he's a fast runner. Yo, he because anybody that's tall, I tell you, you got long legs, you can run fast.
We
And
take them extra
when
steps.
you spread your legs, those are far long steps.
Yeah, we
You're
take them
talking
extra
about running
steps.
fast. That's right. Shit.
Yeah.
I got short legs, so I'm 5'7". So you can imagine a short guy trying to run
Yeah.
fast.
You got tall legs, you got the long arms, you might have that extra reach to keep
Yeah,
him back. Keep him
that's
back.
right.
I get it, I get it. No, that's super dope, man. So casting, it's so much stuff we could talk about. Like, I'm a content creator myself, so I feel
I
like
mean, yeah.
it's so much angles I could talk to you about this stuff, and I get very intrigued about people just creating content because that's
Yes.
my passion. I love to create content. Right now,
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
doing it through podcasts, but
Right.
also I want to get into film. I definitely want to get into film. I did music videos,
Right.
I did a few different type of things, and
Have you ever thought about having like a short little like TV show or like a sitcom show or something like that? Like
yeah,
I've been thinking about something. I wanna film something. It's called Just Neighbors.
okay,
It's just about the neighbors in my building. It's like a takeoff of the Honeymooners. And my cousin Danny actually he looks and he acts just like Art Carney, who plays Norton.
okay,
It's hardly no difference in resemblance. Yeah, he looks like Ed Norton.
yeah,
you know. So I have those are my projects that I have coming up. 2023 will be filming Fort Apache Bronx, that's for sure. And I'm also working with another director in that movie who's playing Detective Murphy. So he's also going to be directing. His name is Eli Vacasio. Very nice guy. I met him. He came up to my table at the Big Apple Comic Con convention 2019. Uh, he asked me some for advice about his movie. What could he do with his movie because he copyrighted it? And I told him um, his movie is called Ain't Nothing But a Struggle, and it's on also ain't nothing but a struggle.com. It's on the internet. Right now, he's got his movie up. It's for free, and it's about a guy that wanted to be a boxer. He's homeless. He's struggling. It's just like the movie Rocky, but it has a nice story to it, and it has a really great ending to it too. So
okay,
I got him to post it. He's promoting it also on the Grand Concourse around that way. We put up some posts. He's got the landlords of the buildings. Sometimes they got these post frames outside their stores or the buildings, and you can put posters there. So he's promoting his movie like that. And he asked me about filming this movie called Angels of Death.
okay,
Now, when he told me the story, I said, you know something? That sounds like the movie Fort Apache the Bronx. I said, wait a minute. Nobody ever made part two. And to be honest, nobody owns it anymore because all the producers, the directors, the companies, Fox News, Fox, I mean, Fox, Fox promoters, they're not filming movies anymore, Fox. I spoke with Brian Fox, who's the owner of Fox. He told me that nobody's collecting royalties anymore for the movie for the Patch of Bronx. It's over 40 years old. It is copyrighted, but like nobody's around to complain about me making a part two. He gave me the rights. He said
Okay.
I have the rights to make part two. I told him the story about Angels of Death. He actually stood on the phone with me for almost 2 hours, and he loved my idea. He gave me advice, and spoke with Eli about it, and he said, "All right, we'll make a part two to For the Pageant of the Bronx." So we're gonna do it.
Okay.
I called up the police department over there at 46, 48 precinct, 46 precinct, I think it was, up in the Bronx there. I called them up. We're going to pay $1,000 for the police movie shoot crew so they could be there on set because we're going to be using live real guns with blanks.
Okay.
So the cops they provide the guns and everything, and with the blanks, and that's what we're paying them for. So they got to be there. So this way, tenants don't make any complaints or call the cops while we're out there or inside the building shooting at the criminals or anything. There's going
Okay.
to be a lot of action. I'm going to be speeding around a corner in a cop car coming in front of the building. While my friend, my partner, he's outside the building. They're going to be fighting and everything. There's going to be a lot of action in this
A
movie.
lot of action.
So, yeah,
All right, definitely, definitely. And like I said, if you need somebody to take a punch.
definitely. Nah, I gotta. You listen. I don't let nobody punch anybody. No, seriously. Nobody puts anybody's hands on any actor in my movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything is fake. Everything is all acting.
Yes, yes.
Now, like I bought the axe for Jason. It's made of rubber foam, light
Okay.
rubber foam. The handle looks real. It's made of foam. When you hit somebody with it, they don't feel it.
Yeah.
But it looks like and if you soak it in blood and they hit you with it, you're gonna look like you got stabbed because it leaves blood on your clothing. So it looks like you got stabbed already with axe, and he's just hitting you, and that's what makes it look real.
Yeah.
Or you tape a blood bag inside your shirt, and you have a little thin with a piece of tape. So when he hits you there, all the blood is already gushing out of you. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
everything is all acting. You got to be a great director and have a great vision before you film any movie.
Yes.
And if you don't have the vision of the movie you're filming, then your movie is going to come out like shit.
A little movie magic too. You got
That's right.
sprinkle a little movie magic in there.
That's right.
That's definitely. So
Yeah. So uh, you're welcome aboard. You could be in my film.
yeah,
You send me a friend request on Facebook.
yeah.
You send me your name, your info through Messenger, and I'll make a photo picture of you, and I'll put it up on the like page, and I'll introduce you to the world up there.
Yes.
Got about maybe like a little bit more than 100 people that like the page. But
Okay.
it's getting up there.
It's
It's
getting
just starting out.
it's getting up there. And then I'm definitely gonna take that little 5 seconds right there that you just said you gonna put me in the film.
Yes,
I'm gonna put it on my thing on my
definitely.
Instagram so they could make sure that you put me in the film. They be like, hey,
That's right.
we ain't see Cali in the film yet. We ain't see Calico in the film. What's up? What's up? I'm gonna send the army at you.
I could use an extra girl or two if you know anybody.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I got a couple artists that I work with and manage, and I'm telling them, you want to do your music thing, but
Yeah,
definitely work with these directors and get in these films, and you want to get your publicity and you want to be
exactly.
get
Sure.
seen. So I definitely have an artist or two. I don't want to say their name on this yet. Cause
Right.
I might have a different two, you know what I mean? But I definitely got,
Right.
people that I'm working with right now that I could definitely
Great.
send by you, you know. So that's
Great.
definitely so. when you're not doing none of this film shit, right? Like, what's your hobbies? Like, what you doing? Like, or is it strictly film? You strictly just
Oh,
thinking?
my hobbies.
Yeah, like
um,
you doing something different?
I'm a funeral consultant.
A funeral
So
consultant?
yeah, I know
Okay,
everybody in the funeral business. Well, I've always had friends in the funeral ever since I was a little kid because my godfather, Ray Strauer, who passed away a few years ago, he put me into the business when I was 18 years old.
all right,
When I was the age of 19, I was the boss of 50 men. I got every funeral home in New York City, pallbearers, including Michael Ortiz and Riverside and all those funeral homes, Cooks that closed down, Peter Nagel's closed down, uh, Peter DeLuca on Bleecker Street, one named Bleecker Street. I used to get all the men for all of them.
all
And
right,
I was in charge of the funeral for Vincent Gigante's mother's funeral, who was laid out in Pompeii. And on that very first day, I punched my friend Peter DeLuca in the nose and broke his nose inside the church. And I paid all the pallbearers and I sent them home and I left them with no pallbearers because he got me to the point where it just like pissed me off, embarrassing me in front of everyone. And, I grew up working in the funeral business, when I was younger.
okay,
And then later on, after I stopped getting the pallbearers for everybody, I said I put an end to that. I gave my position to my friend George Lapierre, who he became a little big shot in the business. And then I just wanted to relax and do my acting.
okay,
But I do that on the side. I help my friend Paul if he needs funerals, and I hear anybody that needs a funeral director. I give them their phone numbers. I tell them what they charge. I try to get everybody a discount because I know how it is when you ain't got money and you have a loved one that passed away and you have shit in your pocket. You have no one to help you. Well,
yeah,
I'm the only one that's out there that could be able to help everybody because I
okay,
know every funeral home in this place. I know who will rip you off and I know who won't rip you off. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that's how I am. I look for the best. I don't look for people that look to want to steal money out of your pocket.
yeah.
They want to charge you $4, 5, $6,000 for a funeral when it's actually going to cost in reality less than 2,000.
I know that's a fact, and I know you got Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank.
From where?
Shark Tank, the show Shark Tank. Kevin O'Leary, he like a
Mm,
he like a rich, he a rich dude. But he basically said it's two industries that he love: the
right,
wedding industry and
right,
the funeral industry. Because those
right,
two industries, people spend whatever,
right.
to
Of course.
yeah, they spend whatever,
Look,
they're
look
not
at Campbell's
thinking.
funeral home. Campbell's funeral home here on 83rd and Madison Avenue. I mean, they charge. I'm gonna tell you something. For a funeral, for a casket, they'll charge you over $10,000.
Yeah,
They'll charge you over 20,000 now just for a funeral. When other funeral homes will charge you about 5, 6,000. And if you know someone in the funeral business and you have a good director, he'll charge you less than 2,000.
yeah,
Michael Ortiz, he looks to rip people off. But if I know Michael Ortiz very well, and
yeah.
he's an old man now. But I used to supply all the pallbearers for him up in the Bronx. I did everything, even for Ferenga Brothers. The Ferenga Brothers funeral home used to be near Arlington Avenue. I used to work up there, and they also had one right off near Fordham Road, near Fordham University, near the college where the church is at. Across the street, about 2 blocks down from White Castles, they used to have a funeral home there. They closed down because I heard that the director he passed away from the Ferenga brothers, Louis Ferenga. Now he passed away, so his business closed down. A lot of these funeral homes they're closing down. and a lot of them are still out there. They're still open, but the business is a little slow right now in the funeral business because who wants to die? You know,
Yeah,
it's a hard business to be in, very hard, because if you ain't got the flow of people coming in for funerals, you can't make that money for your rent, and you're digging in your pocket.
but
Eventually, your funeral it closes down.
but I'm guessing. I guess is it location because
Definitely,
because
it's
people
got to
is
be in a busy
dying.
location. You
People,
got to be in a
I'm not
location where
saying
there's a lot of elderly people.
people is dying every day, but especially how about the hood
But
though?
not
Because
all that. Yeah,
in
but
the
it's not
hood,
always in the same neighborhoods. That's the thing.
I know
It's not
like
always the same neighborhoods.
I'm in
It's all
Brooklyn.
over the world.
I'm in Brooklyn, right? That's
Right,
where I'm based. My studio is in Long Island City, but I live in
right,
Brooklyn. And
right.
it's like, it seems like, especially with these young kids, there's a lot of shootings going on.
Right.
It's a lot of people dying,
Of
So it's like,
course.
so I wonder, it's
Well,
like,
it's the government. That's what I got to say.
hey,
And this President Joe Biden, he don't give a shit about none of us. He
alright,
says build back better. You know what it is? It's to build back other countries better. America is last. That's his words. I'm going to tell you something. I know a lot of people don't like Trump, but a lot of people did. And Trump was the only one that gave everyone 3 stimulus checks.
no,
Yes, yes.
I agree with you, because
He gave
2020,
us 1,200. He gave us 1,200. He gave us 600, and
no,
then it was 1,400. And you know
no,
what? Since Joe Biden been in office, we haven't gotten a
we got
damn
ain't shit.
penny.
We ain't got shit. And I'm
Nothing.
not gonna lie to you, because like
We're
I
supposed
said,
to get $2,000. That was back in April, and we didn't
yo,
get that either.
I'm in the hood, right? And
Right,
when I say like 2020,
right.
when I say the amount of money that was flowing last
Of
year
course.
was, yo, I don't want to put too much people on blast. I ain't gonna say some names.
But the money is dropping now in value.
Nah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And
That's
everything
a
is going
fact.
up in price. And a lot of us don't have money like that, man.
Nah, it's
And a
different.
lot of people, yeah.
It's
And you know what it
different.
is? I'll be honest with you, bro. Very honest with you. And I know a lot of people might not like me. A lot of people do, but I stick up for all my brothers and sisters out there
Yeah.
because you know what? Democrats, they were the very first party that started in 1853 for slavery. They voted for
Yes,
slavery.
yes, yes. The Republicans freed us, right? I think the
No, the
Republicans.
Republicans saved us.
Yes.
They freed 1855. They became the wing party. And later on, with the help of Abraham Lincoln, who was a Republican, and he freed the slaves. And like the Democrats, they didn't give a fuck. They started the Civil War in America. The Revolutionary War was in America. They fought because they wanted slaves. They wanted to make people. Nobody should be a fucking slave. I'm sorry for my language,
Yeah.
but nobody should ever be a slave. I'm against that. You know,
Yeah.
look, everybody's equal. I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced. My best friend was from another mother, another father. He was 6'2" giant, gentle giant. His name is Eddie Birdsong. He's a brother. He was in the Navy. He passed away about
Rest in
five,
peace.
six
Rest in
years ago,
peace.
50 years old from his heart attack. He calls me up and he says, "Yo, Lou, I love you. I just want to let you know because I got to go for heart surgery. And I'm in Florida. I'm supposed to be there tomorrow, and I'm in Florida." I said, "Get your ass over to Texas. What are you doing in Florida?" And when he went home, he went to sleep and never woke up. Never got the operation.
Damn, that's sad.
And
R.I.P.
I
Man.
grew up with him. I grew up with all my friends here. I always grew up on the Lower East Side. I grew up in the streets. At 16 years old, I was homeless.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you the truth. I'm not here to hide nothing.
So,
I met the wrong people. I got on crack. I didn't never wanted to do that in my life, but I was addicted, and
it's
I
through the
was spending
struggles.
250 a day selling shit here and there just to make my money. I was working also as a carpenter. I was making good money there, but my mom didn't want me in the house anymore because I was smoking that, and I became homeless. I lived in the park for a couple of months, and then I got a job with Calico Construction from Brooklyn, and we started working up on 138th Street in Lenox Avenue, building 120, 122, and 124. And the Super Jackson, he liked me, and I made a good friend, and he helped me get an apartment there. And at the time, I was only paying $78 a month, and I had a railroad apartment with 3 bedrooms, and it was beautiful. I had my own place. 1990, my mom asked me to move back home. She sent me to Texas. I became a DJ out there in Corpus Christi for the hottest nightclub of cocktails.
Okay.
Every weekend I was there, but then end up leaving to come back and help my mom and my father, and got my own apartment in 1992. You know,
Okay. So damn, that's like
so I come a long way in
that's
life,
what I'm saying.
bro.
That's a story
I've been through
of
hell.
struggle
I'm
and
not afraid.
obstacles.
Yeah, I took up karate. I became a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I went to the Bronxdale Academy in the 80s, and it closed down. The sensei passed away. I also had my sensei Mims, who was a brother. He was he taught people karate at the boys club up in the Bronx. It was a very nice man, you know. He also passed away. Uh, you know, my sensei Rodan from 7th Street and Avenue A. My father put me in karate school when I was 7 years old. I had another brother boy. Be honest with you, he was a Puerto Rican kid. He was built like an ox, like he was pumping iron, bro. This kid looked like, and he was 8 years old. He looked like he was pumping iron. And held a knife to my neck in the hallway of my building. Demanded me to give him $2.
Two
So when
dollars
I, yeah,
or
so
two hundred? Two
no, two
dollars or two
dollars,
hundred?
$2, bro. We were kids. He demanded me $2. He said if I didn't come out of my house for $2, he was gonna kill me. So I told my dad, who was sitting in the living room. My father ran out, ran him, chased him down 14th Street, got him on the corner of Avenue Way, smacked the shit out of the boy, trying to hide. My father disarmed his knife. He tried to pull a knife on my dad. He had a 007. It was a big one. That shit looked like 12 inches long, his knife. Yeah,
Yeah.
big 007. That's when they were starting to come out with 007s. And my father confronted the uncle, grandfather. About a week later, that same boy, Jesus, he stole a bicycle from a cop's son. It was on the news. His uncle and the grandfather came out with baseball bats to charge after the police officer to hit him. And the guy opened up fire and killed the 2 guys. The boy and the sister went into a foster shelter for troubled
Mm.
kids. You know,
So
that was on the news. I was like, but I felt a little bit relief because this kid was a real troublemaker in the neighborhood. I mean, man, he used to start with everybody in the neighborhood.
okay.
And that's a bad seed for the neighborhood because those are the people that will always look to start trouble with you, no matter who you are or what you are, what you do. And if they don't like you or they envy you, they start with you.
So
And most of the reasons that's what it all down to. A lot of these people that want to fight over a stupid girl or a few dollars, you know, instead of giving them a break, it's not worth fighting or killing each other for, out there. And a lot of people, it's sad because, you know, you put your life in danger. Let me tell you something. I put my life in danger. I'm a 9/11 first responder also. I'm a very sick man. I ran to the ground zero World Trade Center. Here's my ID. If you can see that. World Trade Center. That's my number.
okay, so you was one of the first
Okay.
responders out there.
I'm a first responder. And I ran down to ground zero to try to help people that were falling from the building. And when I got down there, my tears were coming out because the building was coming down. And I had to run for my life away because the debris was splashing all of us. and I was filthy with all white powder all over my face from the
Oh, that's
asbestos.
crazy.
From yeah, and
So what you use? You was an ambulance driver. You was What
no,
you just
I
went there to
went down
help?
there. I went down there with a few of my friends. I was hanging out at Lanza's funeral home where my friend John at that time, my friend Hector, who was running Lanza's funeral home, and they told me come down and hang out with them that morning. So I went down there, hang out with them. Sometimes they needed a hand to move some caskets in the casking room, in the showcase room. I would give them a hand. But that day we turned on the news. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
and they were showing the plane going through the first building, two planes. And John looked at me, and Hector looked at me, and I said, "Let's go. Let's get the hell down there." We couldn't find any cabs because the city was shut down already, and we had to walk all the way down there from Second Street and Second Avenue all the way to Ground Zero. So when we got there, we were all the three of us were all packed, we were all white because all the dust was coming our way. We had to run. So we had to go down to 23rd Street to register also, signed a big book. I went down there with my friends, John, and they went down there with their friend who was a mortician. He worked at the morgue. He's a city morgue inspector over here on 33rd and First Avenue, but he also retired from the work that's years ago. That's 20 years ago, you know.
yeah.
And I live with that every day, my brother.
That's
I
crazy,
dug up.
cause
I dug up looking for people. I found a
or you.
torso, a burnt torso. I found finger bones. I found leg bones. I found a skull smashed in. It was so sad. My tears were rolling out, and I worked down there 3 days straight, bro.
No,
I had holes in my brand new shoes. I had blisters on my feet from walking. I walked over 50 miles that first day, about maybe over 100 miles during that morning, the next into the next day, just walking back and forth from Ground Zero to 23rd to bring food for all the workers down there. I was doing all that,
no,
helping out.
that's
And I got
crazy.
down, I got in there because of the medical examiner.
Yeah. Me personally, I remember that day, right? I remember that day clear. I remember I was in history class. I was in
Yes.
high school. I was a senior in high school. I was in history class, and I was
Yes.
just chilling. I was flirting with the girl I like. You know what I mean? I remember all it. I remember the day I was flirting with her.
Oh, that's funny because I had this police officer. I knew her, but I didn't know she was a cop, and she was from my neighborhood. And I don't know. I've never seen her again, but she was flirting with me down there.
Nah, but
Oh,
but
yeah, I don't know what's wrong with
yeah,
I guess it's
that's
just
that shit.
it's in
It
us.
was in the air. It was in the air. But look,
Love is in
I'm
the air.
yeah, I'm flirting with the girl. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, I'm talking. We talking dating shit. You know what I mean? I'm in high school. Then
right,
I seen the teacher come in to my class, right? And
right.
then she whispered some shit to the other teacher's ear. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? On some secret, like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And that's when the teacher told us that that's when the first airplane went to the first building. That's
right,
when the teacher came in and told my teacher this. So
right,
I'm sitting here, me, I'm on my I needed any excuse to cut school, right? So when the
right.
teacher told me, yo, airplane just went to the World Trade Building, I said, what? I literally left school. I cut school. I left school you know what I mean? Cause I lived like
Right,
4 blocks from the school. So I left school, I walked home. By the time I
right,
got home, I seen the second building on the news. I seen the second building hit the I seen the second airplane hit the second building,
right.
and
At that point, that's when we started running down there.
yeah,
When we saw that, because we had no idea that that building was going to come down.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine, Connie Jackson, she's a sister, and she was very nice to me, very nice. She gave me my very first car, a Buick Skylog, 1981 Buick Skylog, beautiful car. And she passed away. She calls me up that morning. She says, "Louis, where are you? Where are you? I need your help." I said, "What happened, Connie?" She goes, "My granddaughter. She's working in Windows of the World in the World Trade, and she's calling me up and telling me that the plane hit the building, and she's trying to get down. She can't because she can. When they get down to like about 6 stories, they can't go no more. There's 3 or 4 stories missing in the entire building. All the staircases are collapsed. The whole everything. You can't walk. There's no floors,
Yeah.
nothing." And she was screaming, and next thing you know, she said that the phone cut off. I think that's at the point where the building collapsed and she was in the top floor of Windows of the World. She was only 17 years old working there.
And that's crazy, right? That's crazy because with
And
my
I was
high
looking
school,
for her.
with my
Yeah,
high school, we had this shit called co-op, right? Where you go to school for 1 week, and then
right.
for another week, they found you a job and you go to work. And then they
Yes,
had a contract with the World Trade Center. And I just started this whole program and everything. And I
right,
swear to God, remember, it's a week off, a week in school, a
right,
week in work, a week in school,
right,
a week at work.
right.
When that World Trade Center dropped, we were supposed to be over there. You know what I mean?
In
We
the
were supposed to
building.
be in the building. In the
Oh my
building.
God.
Yeah, we were supposed to be in the building. You know, so
Wow.
that's a blessing. And then same thing with my man, one of my best friends, Cooley. You know,
Yeah.
his mom worked on the top deck at the ice cream. You know, there was a little ice cream station somewhere you
Yes,
could buy
yes.
ice cream. It was up there on the top deck. She ain't go to work that day. You know, this
Right,
is my
right,
best. You know, so it was a blessing. But it's kind of like a fucked up blessing because it's like it's a blessing, but you know it's a blessing for you, but it's a curse. It's hurt for so many other people.
right.
You know, like I definitely was supposed to be in that building that
Thank you.
week. My man's mom was supposed to be in the building that week. It's a lot of people. You know what I mean? Even my other man, he was going to school at
Right.
Mega. He
Yeah,
was
but
going to school at a college, I think BMCC, which is right under there.
right.
BMCC. So it's like, but he didn't go that day. So it's like, wow, so many people. You understand what I'm saying? It's like
Well,
it's a blessing.
he's lucky he didn't go that day,
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
know?
saying. It's a blessing for
Yes.
certain people, but it's so much
Yes.
hurt and
For
so
some
much
reason,
pain.
God didn't want you there. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. So that's a
you know,
very
he knew what was going to happen. You know, God works mysterious ways.
yeah,
You know, you believe in him, and even though he's not here in front of us, he's in our hearts, and that's what gives us a second thought about not being there or being there. But you got to think about what happens if something happens. I'm gonna, maybe not be here for my family or something. So,
yeah.
maybe you think about that, you change your mind, and you don't want to be there. And if something did happen, at least thank God you wasn't there,
And I was in that situation. I feel I was still immature,
Right.
if I could say, and I was still young. So I ain't understand the severity.
Well, as you get older, you get more mature.
Yeah, cause
You
like I said,
start to get older, you start to get serious, you take life more seriously because, we only got one life to live and we live from day to day. You got to live
yeah,
for tomorrow, wake up tomorrow and thank God you're waking up, because it's a horrible thing to die.
yes,
And your loved ones won't have you no more. And it's not the same, especially when you lose your family and everything.
yeah.
It tears a hole in your heart. So it makes you more of a man to be more mature and take everything and take life seriously.
Nah,
That's how I take life very
nah.
seriously.
I definitely get it, man. I understand it, man. And I don't want to stay on this topic too long because
Yes.
this ain't
Let's
the
get to the
this ain't
next.
the energy. This ain't the energy I need for this. This is not the energy.
I hear
but
ya.
but when you brought it up, and I'm sitting here, I remember it.
I
I
know.
remember history class. I remember the teacher coming. I
Oh
remember saying,
yes.
I
I
walked
have
out
a
and say, "Fuck
terrible.
this! I'm going home."
Yeah.
By the time I got home, it was
Yeah.
nothing on no channels. I'm cut. I cut school because of this shit. So I was forced to see the second building. Cause you gotta imagine
Yes. Yes.
2, 4, 5, 9, 11, all them channels.
Yes.
Cause remember, I left school. The
They were
first building
packed.
already hit.
Yes.
So the first building was already hit. So by the time I got home, I threw the TV on. I was forced to see the second building, and I still
It's
didn't
on every
get the.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah, it and that definitely was hard, man. That definitely was hard,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then, but I was super young, right? But to fast forward, the pandemic hit, right?
Right. Yes.
Shit, I know you never witnessed nothing like the pandemic. I know I never witnessed nothing like this. Like
Well, I
I'm in New
nearly
York.
died from the swine flu.
The swine flu.
2000, yeah, 2009 and 2010, the swine flu came out. It affected over 50 million people. It was never on the news. They never brought it up. They didn't want to scare the people, I guess. But it
Yeah,
was a big thing, and the swine flu was. I nearly died. It gave me cellulitis in my blood. My leg became like a solid rock. It went up to my grind. If it went into my heart, I would have died. Um, I had 5 days to live. They gave me,
all
and
right.
with this medication called Bectrum, oh, they cured me
The cure.
and saved my life. All my red cells came back. It was going down. I had white cells coming up. I was very sick. And then when I met my wife, 2010, 2009, after when I was better, 2010, I got sick again. She thought she was going to lose me. I thought I was going to die. And I said, you know what? If I'm going to die, I'm going to die with you at home. I'm getting the hell out of this hospital. I got
Yeah.
up, I got dressed, and I walked the hell out of there. Sick as a
Okay.
dog. But I tell you, I got better on my own, and I'm still here today.
All
And
right.
I suffer from 5 clogged arteries. I got post-traumatic distress order. I got COPD. I got obstructive sleep apnea. I got bronchitis. I got asthma. I got all those diseases due to 9/11. I breathe in all the dust, the asbestos, the concrete debris. I had no face
Yeah.
mask. I couldn't breathe because with a face mask, wear that all damn day. You can't. It stops 48% oxygen to your brain, bro.
Yeah.
When you take that out, you're like, whoo, oh man, you know, it's bad for your health. And I'm gonna tell you, the Democrats are forcing people to wear the mask because they're trying their best to eliminate all the American people. They're trying to do it. It's like 1853 all over again. All right, I'll be
Okay.
honest with you.
So you think it's agenda? You
Uh,
think it's agenda with this
BLM.
mask?
Let me tell you. Let me explain something to you. BLM was not really funded for brothers and sisters. It's white supremacy taking control, using black people, all brothers and sisters, using them as a claim that all Black Lives Matter. It's actually a white supremacist group built for everybody, but it's really the KKK disguising themselves as Black Lives Matter groups. Now we got brothers and sisters in the groups because they don't realize what's going on. See,
Okay.
Democrats don't give a shit about any of us. They only greedy for the money. And that's in Congress. I'm talking about Congress members. All them people up there with power. Listen, we're down here, all my family and members, families, friends, Democrats and Republicans. We get along fine, just fine. We love talking politics because everybody has a right. They have a
Okay.
right to talk about it because that's their constitutional right. You could talk whatever you want to talk, but as long as you come to an agreement and you agree that's how we've been running the country for over 200 years, you
All right.
see? But then when you get some kind of liberals from fucking Europe and England and all these other damn countries coming to America and try to run our lives, look, man, I'm pissed off. I love Aunt Jemima. They took her off Pancake Box because she's a black woman. That's
Yeah.
why. And the white liberal supremacy bastards, they don't give a shit. Now, my cousin
Well,
T,
I don't
my
know.
cousin T, all right, his name is Earl. Cousin T, he's coming out with pancakes. And they try to block his pancakes. He's got blueberry, he's got cinnamon apple. He's posting it live all over social media. He's on Facebook. And I share his page, Cousin T's Pancakes. Bro, I like it because it has his face on it. You know
Yeah.
why? It shows that he's standing up for his brothers and sisters. Why they gonna remove Aunt
I
Jemima?
don't know.
What they
I
gonna
mean,
do? Move Mrs. Butterworth off the bottle too?
no.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I feel because I think I can't remember. I'm nice right now, right? I took some edibles. I'm
That's
drinking some
okay. I
shit.
smoked
So I'm
before.
yeah. So I'm nice, right? So I just want to make it clear. Now I just want to make it
Yeah.
clear to viewers if I make a mistake in my statement,
That's all
right?
right.
But
Yeah, you gotta feel nice.
I think they took Aunt Jemima off the packaging because
What?
wasn't
She
it?
married a white man, so what?
Nah, it wasn't even the white man situation. It was that they was trying to make fun of her. Like the way
Listen, they just didn't want her on there because she made pancakes for everybody,
I
including the
know,
people
no,
that all the white people, and they're mad because why? Because she's not a white woman. They remove her face.
no,
So
I
now
don't
they
even
put
think
the
it was
stupid
that.
company's name on there. Yeah, they put
Cause
the company's
if
name on
you
the box.
remember when they was doing blackface and everything, I think that's what it was. It's the way they
They're
try to
racist.
yeah,
Listen,
it's the way
they're all
it was a
racist.
racist way they
It
painted
is.
them. Even Uncle Ben, if you look at Uncle
Yes.
Ben's picture on the rice,
Yes.
it is a racist blackface picture on that rice.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so
Because they marked it, you know?
yeah,
And it's not right.
no,
We don't
so
need them to run our damn country. I'll be honest with you. All right, if people don't want Trump, but get somebody with goddamn brains.
not
Joe
Biden,
Biden, he's dementia.
not
He has
Biden.
dementia. He thinks that Kamala Harris is the president. Then he says Dr. Fauci is the president. This guy is off his marbles, and that's why we ain't getting a fucking penny from the government because he keeps saying, "Oh, I got $600 on the side. I gotta get 1,400. I'm gonna give everybody
Yo,
$2,000 coming April." And it was all over the news,
I know,
and we didn't get nothing.
I know a lot of young dudes, a lot of young hustlers, a lot of young people's gonna say they gonna look at Trump as the man, cause you know in a
Of
time
course,
of
he
hardship,
he gave everybody fair share. He lowered our taxes. He lowered food costs. He lowered the gas for everybody. Now all those brothers and sisters out there, they're going to be paying over $5 a gallon of gas because of Joe Biden. All
yeah,
right, we thought he was going to build back America better, but no, he wants to take $5 trillion for infrastructure to build back the world better. Listen,
yeah,
you don't build back the world by having all your countries tell them to go into a Green New Deal. There's nothing green about it, but a piece of paper and money that you're spending. You can't change Earth. I don't give a shit what you do. We're
yeah,
not God. You can't change God's invention of the building this planet. You can't change the atmosphere. You can't change the way the world turns. It's listen. No matter how much smoke goes up into the sky, we have an atmosphere. The atmosphere cleans all that germs. We got clean air. Let me tell you something. The government last year, and I bet you Trump never even knew it, but I figured it all out. And I said, I'm going to be a whistleblower. And when I
okay,
wrote to them, they didn't want to take me on. I wrote to Congress as a whistleblower. They never even called me back. And I said, tell Trump that there is no COVID virus. And
Okay.
I'll prove it to you. How many people you think in every single nursing home is going to die in one day overnight? In every nursing home, only in New York City.
Yeah.
They sent the cleaners in every nursing home. They sprayed down the place with COVID virus. They test the people. They stick the gel in your nose and tell you got COVID. They end up in a hospital, and the next day you're dead. So the elderly people, they don't know what's going on. And the next morning, they're all found dead.
Yeah.
All my friend Joel M. Reed, who's in my movie, he was in that rehab. He was ready to come home on Wednesday, and he was found dead in bed due to COVID.
See?
It's the government. Dr. Fauci took that out of the Wuhan laboratory in China where he built that disease. And I'm going to be honest with you, all those vaccines has the COVID virus. Why would anyone want to stick a needle in them with that COVID
See?
shit? And then you get a Darien
Look. Look, hold
variant
on, hold on,
disease.
hold on. Cause look. I did not take the vaccine, right?
Yes,
But
me neither.
you about to take us to a dark place, right? And I'm sitting here trying to monetize my YouTube, and you talking that shit they don't want to hear. You were
I
talking,
know. All right, let's get off that subject.
you talking that shit they don't want to hear. They gonna be like, whoa, you ain't getting monetized, but.
Yes.
I hear everything you're saying.
Yes.
Nah, I ain't gonna cut you off, but I'm just saying, like, shit. Do I let you
Yeah.
keep going? Cause
No,
I
no,
know the
I'll change it.
algorithm. I know how YouTube works. They don't want to
Yeah.
hear this shit. They gonna be like, oh, no money for you, buddy. Calico's cool in
No,
conversation.
they'll be all right. Yeah, I have a page on Facebook
You
called.
taking this you taking this deep. But I totally agree with you, right?
Yeah.
But shit, this is the shit they pick you off for.
Let's get back into the movie.
This is shit. I be going, waking up thinking it's a regular day, going to work, and some mysterious shit happened to me.
No, you'll be fine.
They gonna be like, yo, this guy had this, he had Lewis song talking that truth. They say, yeah, Lewis song talking that truth.
Yeah, I talk the truth, but that maybe you two might not like the idea, but they will get one for you.
Yeah.
Guarantee you.
Nah, like right now, we going through a lot
I
right
see
now.
some videos on YouTube, bro, and they have triple X on there, so don't worry about your show.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you took us to a dark place, man. They gonna be here like this interview will get no views. They will literally suppress the numbers. YouTube will literally suppress the numbers. They'll literally put this shit in. I don't know where they'll put this shit, but we look at this shit next week. Like, damn, she only got 6 views. Like I don't.
Can you edit it out?
Yeah, now we live now. The thing I like doing these lives. The one thing I like doing about these lives because
Yes.
when we finish, the video is automatically on YouTube and there's like no
Yes.
editing. Cause if I had to sit here and edit the videos with life going on, you know, shit might come out 3 months later, man.
No,
Cause yeah, nigga,
I'll be
I got
honest.
kids.
It took me about almost a year and a half just to edit my movie.
Yeah, that's what I
And I'll
say.
be honest, I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning. I had to learn how to. I learned how to edit a film,
Yeah,
and I started learning how to change like the style of like when I want to type the words in or the heading, lettering, or the name of the movie. I want to type that in. I learned how to actually like outline the lettering with different colors. I made this movie look really great. And it took my time doing it,
yeah,
and like I said, if you do your own editing work, everything will come out smooth in the
Yeah,
long run.
I edit everything myself, right? But I also didn't do no schooling on editing or videography.
Well, me neither.
So
You
when I
don't have
asked
to.
you,
It's
you told
easy to
me
learn.
it's easy to learn. So what you did?
Yes.
You did a YouTube route. You watched a couple
Well,
tutorials.
I did I filmed the movie. I filmed over 300 clips, and I'll be honest with you, it took us over 5 years to film the whole entire movie.
Or 5 years.
Yeah, five
Which
years
movie?
because
That's
we
Dysfunctional
a
Mob.
dysfunctional mob, and
Oh,
I
so
tell you,
this is a it's
we
a
did this movie with the love of labor. Everybody
okay.
volunteered. All the actors volunteered. Famous actors, they volunteered. It was very hard for me to get these characters. I got a
So
guy.
so
His name is Douglas Rowan, and he plays uh, uh, the Godfather Don Vigiano in my movie. He plays the Don, and he looks just like Marlon Brando from The Godfather. And I had throwing the music from The Godfather into the scene while he's walking down the block late at night towards the house, where he's got to meet the family with Aunt Gloria and talk about opening up a number house.
okay.
And I got that great scene in there. And he looks just like Marlon Brando. No difference.
So how do you get these I guess these big time
I had to
actors?
look.
How
I have to look for them.
but how do we get
I
them though? Cause I'm guessing the
well,
budget not there. You
I
ain't
asked
throwing
all my
them.
friends.
You're not throwing
I
them the
asked,
big bag, right? You're not saying, "Yo, I
no,
got this." You know what I
no.
mean?
I actually I feed all my cast members. I don't leave them hungry.
Okay.
I buy food for everybody. We got lunch, we got dinner, we got snacks. They got all kind of drinks. I'm very easy with my cast members. I treat them like family. I talk to them, being honest with them. I don't demand anything for them to do. I talk to them about a scene that I have in mind while they're there. I look at the cast members that's in my house. I create the scene within 5-10 minutes in my mind. I give them their positions and we start filming. I give them their lines. I say, if you can't remember your line, I'm not going to stop filming, but I'm not going to get mad. Just
Yeah.
go with the flow.
Go flow, keep going.
Just go with the conversation.
But
If they bring up something like, yo, they killed this guy, Joe, Joe Vito, down across the street the other day, and you come out and go, really? But I saw him last week selling down some yayo down the block. Yo, you sure they killed him? You know what I'm saying? So you make up something in your mind, and if you can't remember my lines that I give to you, and say like we're filming it, and you're like, damn, I forgot what he said. Well, I'm gonna go with the flow, like he said. That just be natural, and I keep the scenes. I use the best scenes in all the films. Everybody volunteered. I had to get people. I give them 3 months notice. When it comes time, whoever shows up, whoever does not show up, that's the people I use. Those are the scenes I create for the movie. It's already created in my mind, though. But with the people, I have to know who's here, how many girls, how many guys, because the girls, they run the number house, they run the phones, the phone business. So I got the girls answering phones like crazy. I got the mobs playing dice on the table. We got poker tables in the movie. I had to buy all that stuff. So it cost me actually almost $5,000 to buy all my filming equipment over the years.
so
Because when we first started this movie, we were using cell phone cameras, bro.
who? What was doing?
Except,
iPhone? iPhones?
yeah, iPhones.
iPhone?
I
No, but iPhones got quality. Look,
don't like it because
I
it's not a
don't.
24. It's not a 24X.
It's
And
not.
when you try to blow it up, it looks all staticky and hazy
Yeah,
looking and
it,
foggy. It just don't look good.
yeah,
It looks like an old time 50s movie,
yeah,
with an iPhone. But if you use a Canon camera or a T6, T7, which is the best ones, it's not a red eye, but it's like over $1,000 for the camera. I
yeah.
spent a little more than 1,200 for mine. I ordered it on QVC.
You said which
Uh,
one? The Canon? Which Canon?
Canon 6T T6i.
Yeah, T6.
I
Okay.
have that one, and my friend Eli, he has the Canon T7i.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's the same camera, but it's just a little more updated
Yeah.
and very quality. I have a 24 zoom X lens. I got a 36, 38, and I got a 40 lens also. But I like to use the short lens, which is the 24X, because when you blow up the film on there, the quality of the revolution of the screen on the TV, that's really good. I mean, it comes up really crystal clear. It looks like you could touch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Now, yeah, definitely, and I definitely we just shot my first episodes of the rooftop ciphers where I bring a lot of artists come and they
Yes.
perform and we do it right on the rooftop and this is unscripted live type of
Right.
shit. And then the guy I booked for it, he told me he don't he told me he don't shoot with nothing else but an
Right.
iPhone. And I took the chance. And I'm not gonna lie, like that footage was A1. You know, like he knew what he was doing, but
Oh
he did
yeah.
it strictly with the iPhones. You know, but he knew what he was doing. I think it's the newer ones too. I'm not sure, but shout out to Intel. But
Some of them have good cameras, you know.
yeah, but me, I'm more. I try to shoot with the iPhones. I like the
Right.
DSLRs. I like to change my lens. I like to
Right.
really get into
Right.
that type of thing, man. So one of my favorite cameras is a Sony FS100. You familiar with that one?
I heard about it. It's a good camera.
FS100.
Was that the red eye?
And nah, I think the 700 and all them other stuff is
Right.
way more advanced. This was This is a 100. I don't even think it shoot in HD because this is like
Oh
before
wow.
HD. But it was
Right.
so clean. It was so like you had the right lenses to it. It was
Sure.
perfect. It was
Oh
perfect.
wow.
You know, it
Right.
definitely was perfect. So I definitely got into your hobbies. Yo, what I I asked you about your hobbies, right?
Well, my other
And then
hobbies
you
is
told me the funeral home. So I'm like,
yeah.
is that a hobby? I know it's like it might be like a way to make some money, right? But is that really a
Well, I
hobby?
help my friends for fun. I
Okay,
don't get really nothing out of it.
okay,
You know. Uh if they ask me, give them a helping hand, maybe they might throw me a few bucks, for helping them or something. But if somebody needs a funeral director, I'll give them a number
you
for
got them.
one,
You got you.
and I hook them up with them, and I tell my friends,
You the
give them a big
plug.
break. Family, they'll, a little short on cash. They don't have money. You know, do what you
And
can to
then
help them.
and it's just crazy to me because it's like you do these you was in The Godfather. You know
Yes,
what I mean? As a young boy, you working on this dysfunctional mob right now. Then I asked you about the hobbies. Then you brought up the
yes.
funeral home, which seemed
Well, when
like
I was
something
when
that
I
the
was
mob will own. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
seemed like
yeah,
the
yeah.
business that
Well,
the
yeah,
mob will
the mafia owns our business. Yeah, they're all mafia. They're all connected.
own.
I'll be honest. When I was 7 years old, too, I started packing bags in Shopwell just to help my mom and dad with money to pay the bills. I was making like $40 a day in change. But
Okay.
everybody was giving me tips. I
It
mean,
added up,
I
right?
was almost
It added up
oh, it
real
adds
quick.
up
It
from
added up real
7 in the
quick.
morning to 8 o'clock at night. Sure, all that money I used to make every day, and then every week I would go try to take a few dollars out, and I noticed the money was gone. My mother would take it to buy food or something. But then
Like,
when I was 13, my uncle John, he put me to work as a carpenter, and I learned the trade of carpentry, and we worked in many buildings. 210 East 10th Street. Also, we renovated 5 apartments in there. Worked up in
okay.
Harlem with Calcon. I worked also for the Tishman and Ramco back in the 90s. Uh, had my hack license, drove for Ann's Car Service for a while. I quit that, changed my hack license to TLC license. Started driving for all the car services in Brooklyn. I did that for a while, and then I retired. After being an investigator for the Port Authority Police Department for this company called Esquire Investigations, my assignment was to investigate the in-house security of at Newark Airport terminal, past Terminal A. It was actually FedEx Airport out there.
Okay.
People were stealing packages from the diamonds factory, and it was their own in-house security that was stealing packages. And it became a federal case, and the feds took over. And then I started working down as an undercover police officer over here for West Side, East Side, West Side Messenger Service.
Oh,
I
so
did
you
that.
did law enforcement too? You did?
Yeah, I did that undercover work also for Protect All. Carried a firearm also. I was an undercover officer for Protect All security and investigation agencies. They had connections with the police department here in the city. I was a private undercover officer for Protect All. So I did that for a while, and then after that, I went 1990. I went to Texas. Became a DJ out there. Did that for a while. I came back, started DJing, throwing private parties here and there. I wanted to get into more, so I took up locksmithing and a home course. Became a professional and advanced locksmith. I got 2 diplomas in that one, thank God. Took up law, criminal law. Took that up. Uh, I didn't complete the whole course, but I'm damn good at it. And I could definitely defend myself when it comes to court. Uh, I know what kind of attorneys to pick and not to pick, because I learned that. I took up, you have to know nowadays some kind of criminal law because
Yes.
if you get arrested for anything, any kind of crime or whatever, you got to know how to defend yourself down there because those legal aid lawyers, man, they just turn you in. Oh, you got to make a plea bargain. You
Yeah.
got to plead guilty if you want to get out in a month or two. Yeah, and then they give you a criminal record, and
What?
then they make you a criminal
Yeah.
instead of helping you because they know you ain't got money for a lawyer, so they take advantage of you.
Yeah.
So
And he got 15 other cases, right? He got 15 other
yeah.
cases. He's like, I'm just trying to pass by this.
Yeah,
I
they don't care, because they're
mean?
getting paid anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So,
even an A18 attorney lawyer from court is the same thing as legal aid. They don't really help you. So I had to go to criminal court one day against my ex-wife. Now, I was an idiot. You know, I fell in love with a Jamaican lady, and she never told me she had kids.
okay.
And I was dating her for a little more than a month. She asked me how I would like to marry her. I got excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Let's
Quick
get
question
excited.
before you get into the
So,
story.
yeah,
She was a Jamaican lady.
yeah.
Her kids lived
But
in. I'm
she was a
guessing her
little
kids
crazy though.
lived in Jamaica.
She
The
wasn't
kids
normal, bro.
and the kids didn't live in the U.S. They lived in Jamaica.
No. Yeah, and she wanted me to take a freaking rowboat and row my ass to Jamaica to get her kids. Let me tell you something. Do you think I'm coming back alive, bro? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
It it
I
depends
don't
where you
care.
go, I guess. I guess if you stay in the
I don't think
tourist
so.
area,
Yo,
you stay in the tourist area, you be all right.
yo, I'm a white boy from New York, bro. Yay, I'm coming out there to get some kids. Oh, you taking my kids, bro? Yo, I'll be running for my life. I see people out there with meat cleavers coming after me.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I
They
get
not
it.
no, yo, they're not gonna play that game out there, bro. I'm sorry. And I
Okay.
said to her, I said, look, you're crazy, lady. I'm not going out there. No way. She goes, come on, man. Go out there, man. No, no. Oh. about like 10 o'clock at night. She slams the door. She goes outside. I haven't seen her for like 2-3 days. Coming back. Then I know that sleeping around with different people. My sister Cindy calls me up one day. Saw her walking with another guy. And then I had the porter downstairs. Found out that he banged my wife. So, I had a hard time. I had her evicted. Even though we were married, she ran away. I couldn't find her for almost 10 years. My girlfriend I met, she was with me when my attorney called me up and said, "Look, it's time that we have to look for her." So I find her on Google on the internet. I find her email. And the lawyer, I paid the lawyer another $2,000 to get my divorce because I don't want her to be, without getting her. She already had her citizenship at the time. She already got her papers and everything. She became a U.S. citizen already. I just don't want to link on to someone being married that's not living with me. And I was already in another relationship as well as she was in another relationship. So I wasn't expecting her to come back. I want to do the right thing. I want to give her freedom back. So I paid for the divorce. Okay. She agreed. Everything worked out fine. She met my girlfriend. My girlfriend met her. It was a nice conversation. No, breaking up, dishearts or anything like that, or cries or nothing. We felt both relief. She apologized to me, for a lot of things that I went to court. Let me tell you something. I had a bunch of white people that look like they want to slap the book against me. I had 2 brothers and sisters, elderly people. They looked at me with a normal face. I figured, they're great. I keep them as the witness, not witness, as the trial people up there in the trial. They're the ones, that are going to tell me if I'm going to go to jail or not. I had to pick from a group of 7 people that were there. It was on trial. I got rid of one young little girl. She must have been maybe in her 20s. She tells my sister outside the courtroom, "Thank God your brother got rid of me. I was going to turn him in. I want to see him locked up." So everybody saw through her. She tried to lie multiple times. She had different stories. Every time they were asking the same questions, there was a different story. It was just, she wasn't all up in the right mind. She's a street person. She knew almost everyone in the Bronx. And I met her. She was working in Vermont. I didn't know she knew everybody in the freaking country already. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And it was a short marriage, less than 4 months that I lived with her.
Okay.
But everybody sometimes meets a psychopath out there, man. There's women out there that cut your nuts right off in your sleep.
Yeah.
You got some crazy people out there. I mean, you got some crazy guys out there too that break in your house in the middle of the night and kill your whole family. I mean, that's what they do, It's just a crazy world.
It is. There's definitely women like that out there, right?
But she was a nutcase, psychopath, bro. You would definitely run from her too. I'm telling you the truth.
No, I ran from nutcases. I dodged and I weaved.
She's a stalker.
I ran.
She's one of those stalkers too.
And then you know me, I'm like a super chill dude, right? Like I just want to chill, do my thing.
You don't need all that drama, man.
So I ran from nutcases. I said, "Whoa!" I looked at, "Whoa!" This ain't what I'm talking.
I met a Dominican girl. Yeah. She was more of a psycho nutcase. Then I meet this other girl that comes all the way from, I don't know where the hell, Kansas or something. Then she stood with a friend of hers in Jersey, and I didn't tell her to come to my house. And she found out my address, and she popping up at my door. And I'm ready to go to Pennsylvania, Reading, Pennsylvania, to work on my friend Hector's house out there in his room. One of the apartments in his house had to be renovated. So I'm helping him sheetrock. But this lady comes knocking on my door, looking like a homeless woman, crazy nut. And she goes, "Hi, oh, how you doing? I called you a little while ago." I said, "So what are you doing at my house? I didn't tell you to come over to my house." "Oh, you don't want to?" I says, "No, I don't want to do nothing. I'm sorry, lady. You're nuts. You got to go. I'm heading out the door right now. I'm going to Reading, Pennsylvania." "Oh, can I go with you for the trip?" I said, "Hell no. I don't know who the hell you are." I said, "When did the last time you slept with anybody?" She goes, "Yesterday." I said, "Go back to the dude that you slept yesterday with."
She told you yesterday?
Yeah.
She ain't say, nah, she ain't say yesterday.
Yeah.
The nerve of this chick.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
She say, yesterday?
Yep.
Whoa. How am I
That
supposed to
lady
feel?
was out the door, bro. She never even entered my house.
How, wait, how am I supposed to feel?
Hey,
like,
you gotta be careful when you meet people on a chat line that you can't see their face.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
but most
then,
girls will lie to you, right?
hey, a
Most
lot of them
girls,
lie to you, especially when you're on the phone.
90% will lie to
like.
you, and then you'll believe the lie. So
Yeah.
you ask a girl like, how many dudes you been with?
She'll lie.
She's gonna say 3.
Yeah, or maybe 1 or 2.
You're gonna take the 3. But in your mind, you know, okay, that means 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That means 11, 12. You know what I mean? But you're
That's
gonna
right.
take the 3. But what do you do with the girl that says, when was the last dude you been with? Yesterday.
Goodbye.
What do you do with that?
The guy you was with. That's it.
You need to go back over there.
Nothing. No way. What, you want to get AIDS or something?
You need to go back over
that's
there.
all right. Go back to the guy you slept with yesterday.
You know?
Oh,
That's
no.
a super fact.
Don't play that, bro. Sloppy seconds.
Yo, Lewis, like, I don't know, man. We've been rocking for a minute, man. It's about to be 2 hours. We 1 hour 57 minutes, 28 seconds in this bitch, man. This is Calico's Cooling Conversations. You a cool dude, man. You super cool, man. I feel like I could have chat with you for another 2 hours. I just happened to look to the OBS and I said, what? We about to be 2 hours. And if you look at like on my previous shows,
yes,
I do an hour.
Yes.
Because most people, I don't want to shit on my guests.
I'm sure everybody's going to be excited to watch this video.
Nah, this is a super. And then, you know,
they'll be sending me friend requests in
yes,
no time.
Yes. and definitely the way the algorithm work is like, I could speak to you for another 2 hours, right?
Yes.
But the way YouTube work and the way viewership work and the way we trying to capitalize on this,
short.
Yeah, it's better we end this, and if anything,
whenever
you come back on, you promoting some shit. You got a movie you promote. You fat. Like I told you, Raheem brought you on. Raheem, the #1 talent coordinator.
He's starring in the movie. He's gonna be really great.
Nah, that's my dude right there, man. He holding me down. So
definitely,
I'm definitely open to having you back on. I'm definitely open to having you. You know what I mean? Like we really chop the shit. Cause like I said, you a content creator. I'm a content creator, right?
Yes.
So you say certain points and I feel you. I understand you. You know what I mean? Because I'm in the same field, so I understand.
I hear you.
I understand the struggle, the pain, the love, the passion. I understand all of that, right? But yeah, we 2 hours in, and you know, you how it's nah, because it's viewership. I could talk to you all day, right? But it's viewership. People click watch. They get off 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in.
They might watch the whole thing, and that'll be, that's gonna bring up your score, man.
Yeah. So
definitely. This will be probably the first show that's over 2 hours.
Yeah. Now this is definitely the first one. This is definitely the first one who was vibing. So I'm gonna do my quick commercial. I'm gonna hit you up with a couple things, and then we gonna you know what I mean? So we're gonna shop it out. So right now, everybody who's viewing right now, everybody who's gonna watch the replay, because this gonna be on YouTube, I need you guys to follow me on Crazy Capital Media, man, on everything. We on Facebook,
Definitely.
Instagram, YouTube, Crazy Capital Media. And I'm working on so many projects, man. And the only way to figure out what's going on, you have to
Yes.
follow. And definitely follow my sponsors. It's
And do me a
getfrsnow.com.
favor also.
Yes, yes.
Send me the link to this
I
show
will. I
so I could
will.
share it all over my
I
pages. I have a
will.
lot of pages
We
on
gonna run.
Facebook and
We
social
gonna run these
media.
numbers up. We gonna run these
And
numbers up.
I'm gonna get you up there and score. I'm gonna get people watching you all the time. You watch.
Nah,
But listen,
definitely.
I'm also supporting my cousin Michael D. Marino,
Okay.
bad boy of New Jersey. He is the main comedian man of the world, bro.
Okay.
He's top. So I support him also. This is his shirt. Yeah,
All right.
Mike
Bad boy.
Marino, Bad Boys.
Bad boy. Mike.
Comedian. He's on YouTube. Check him out. He's funny, bro. He'll keep you laughing.
Real. That's real nigga shit. That's real shit right there. You see, like you just get. See, that's what I like, right? You here doing the interview and we on you, but you just get the spotlight to somebody else. So I
Well, I'm giving the
definitely
spotlights for myself,
respect
but
it.
I give all my friends the
Yeah, I
spotlights. You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
respect it. And while we giving spotlights, right? This is my
Yes.
man, Ivit, Bobby Stone. I got his
All
fitted on.
right.
Y'all go support
Cool.
that dude. Like
I like the hat.
yes, Ivit. That's that DJ. Ivit.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
had a friend of mine, real fast. His name was, oh man, I used to go up to this guy. He used to call himself DJ Love and DJ Willie. And he was in Campos Plaza back in the 80s. He used to DJ. He was the best DJ I've ever heard in my life. And DJ Willie, he was a tall brother, skinny brother. And he'd be scratching that record like nobody could ever
Yeah.
scratch before. And he taught me how to DJ. And one day I get on Facebook and Frankie Cutlass Jr. becomes my friend. So when Frankie Cutlass Jr. sees me DJing on my page, welcome to the Music Hall of Fame of Music, and he gets on my page and he sees me DJing, he calls me names, deletes my page, tells me I'm a traitor because I DJ better than Frankie Cutlass.
Okay, so
100% better than Frankie Cutlass any time of the day.
what's that, low key hating?
That fat guy, he stands there, wiggle his leg like me. He's trying to be me. So when he sees my mixes, he got offended. You check out some of my mixes on my like page. Welcome to the Music of Hall of Fame. And you come check out my pages. Even on my own page, I have my DJ videos up there for about an hour and a half of me playing all types of freestyle music with from the East Side, freestyles, all Lisa, Coach Jam, rap music, and I freestyle. I mix it with the freestyle and house music from Europe and all over the country. So I have from different countries of music, of freestyle, and all kinds of music from everywhere that I mix from the UK also with my music. I
Yeah.
make my own beats. I create my own mixes. And if you check out some of my mixing, you're gonna love it.
Mm. Dope. Super
Don't
dope.
forget to puff and pass, bro.
Puff and pass. And speaking of that, getfrsnow.com is my sponsors. They got the good buzz. They got
Yeah.
they got me right, man. They got me right with the rolling trace, the
Oh
grinders.
yeah.
Getfrsnow.com.
I like some good hydro, bro.
Yeah. This is some gelato cake.
Oh
We got the
wow, yeah.
flavors and everything. But
I gotta get
where
me
could
some of
everybody find
that.
you at? Where everybody can find you at?
My page on Facebook, Louis Marino.
All right.
And I have a picture of me looking like the Godfather. It's a black
Okay.
and white picture, and I'm looking up like that. And I have a license plate that says Godfather. So they can find me on there. There's Louis Marino, and I'm the only one in black and white pictures, so you can't miss it.
You're not on Instagram.
I have Instagram also as well. Yes.
Okay, Instagram, and then
let me see. I don't want to take you off the screen because then if I take you off, I can't see you, and then it goes on the side, and I might get disconnected. So,
all right. So
you'll find me on Facebook.
I found you, and I found your Instagram.
Tell Raheem to show you my page.
Yeah,
Raheem will hook you up.
And I put in the description of this video, and everybody will find.
I puff right now, bro.
Yeah, puff. You see, I'm here puffing like
my
I
wife
said.
Just rolled me one, bro.
Okay.
Hey, we could talk about it because it's free in the USA.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in New York right now, and the corner stores are selling weed. The corner stores in New York City is selling weed.
Everybody on Facebook gonna see me now.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. They don't live my life, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it definitely
We gotta enjoy ourselves while we're here in this planet. God gave us a life to live it the best way we can. Let's all do good in life.
That's a fact.
And it's time that everybody does something good for each other out there instead of looking to fight with each other. It's not worth it, bro.
It's not worth it, man. And
too many young brothers and sisters out there getting killed by everybody out there, and it's crazy.
Over nonsense.
It's crazy. Yeah,
over bullshit.
Because some dude likes your girl, you want to fight?
It
was like that when I was in school in Pier 61.
Yeah. But we wasn't shooting, right? Yo, I think I just lost some Lewis, but look, this interview was super dope, man. This is Joe Calico. Like I said, follow me on everything, man. I'm faded right now. I'm drinking on some shit. I'm on edibles. I'm on everything right now, right? I'm faded, right? We just lost Louis Marino, but yo, we've been rocking. This is the longest Calico's Cooling Conversations, and this might be one of my favorite because it wasn't like interview style, and we really chopped it up. Yo, follow me on everything. You know what I mean? Calico's Cooling Conversations, Crazy Capital Media on Facebook, YouTube, on everything. Get FRSnow.com. I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to give you guys my theme song. I'm about to get up out of here. But like I said, just, you know what I mean? What we doing? Yo, I'm coming for the #1 spot, man. All the competition. Let me say this shit to y'all. All the competition coming out of New York City on this media shit. Y'all ain't fucked with me. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yo, I am out of here. It's Calico's Cooling Conversations. Oh, I dropped my mouse. It's Calico's Cooling Conversations, and we are out of here. One time for the
girls. I gotta be a better man. DBAs, LLCs, I got a business plan. Incorporated. When I smoke the strong and it's medicated, so you know I bless my lungs. Never overrated swagger, you cannot fake it. Grab an onion, had the strip running, made some hundreds. Did my numbers cop another, now my youngest on it.